welcome back to Andrea Fontana Beauty. Today we're gonna do just a simple get ready with me. I have to film some videos after this, so I decided that I was just gonna do my makeup and use a palette that you can still get but isn't a crazy color. Like, we're just gonna do a neutral makeup look. Sound good? I think it sounds good. I chose to go with the Rare Beauty Discovery. I thought it was the Discovery palette. I think it's the Discovery palette. I'll link which one it is below. It says True to Myself eyeshadow palette on the back here, but I really love this palette. I think the packaging is super unique and beautiful. I'm trying to show you the colors without blinding you. Those are the colors. I'm thinking we're gonna go for a warm matte brown smoky eye. We'll kind of see where this takes us, but my only con with it is that I wish they hadn't done the largest pan in a glitter shade, because not everybody likes a pressed glitter in an eyeshadow palette. So let's get started. You ready? All right, so we're gonna start with my brows. And in my last video, I did soap brows, and I kind of miss soap brows. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just spraying a little bit of MAC Fix Plus in my hairs. And remember, you want to really brush through them. Get them nice and wet. I like to brush them up and out, not worry about how crazy and fluffy they look. Just really get the product in there and then kind of tame them a little bit by just like gently gracing the top like that. See? Now they're nice and full, which is perfect. And then what I'm gonna do is I like to go in with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Black. I just like to do little hair strokes in the areas that are not as full. So for me, that's the front on this one brow, because this brow likes to lay down and the other one will stay up for some reason. If that happens to you, here we go. So I got a nice big fluffy brow. If you notice that one side of your brows sticks up and one side lays down, it's actually way more common than you realize. I'd say like 75% of women have their left brow will stick straight up and their right brow will lay down. And it's always it's always the same, which one sticks up and which one lays down, which I always found really interesting. That's just an estimation, but I used to do brows for a living. So I've seen a lot of brows. Okay, so just like that, we've just kind of filled them in so they're nice and fluffy. The bigger your brow is, the less you want it to be like super opaque. So I'm not trying to necessarily, I'm just trying to kind of balance the bottom with the top, because the top is already like so full. We're gonna go in with our e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and apply that. Next, what do I want to do for foundation? We're gonna let that sit for a second. We're gonna go to our eyes. I'm gonna put on the Fenty Pro Filter. I feel like this is the never-ending eyeshadow primer. I use it so much, and it's just, I mean, I guess you don't use that much product when you do it, but I just feel like I've been using it for so long. Watch it like run out next week. Just because I said that. So the one thing this palette doesn't have is like a base like lid color, so we're just gonna skip that step. Okay, just make sure that that is like absorbed. We're gonna start by going in with this second shade right here. This I mean, it's technically, well, I guess it's the second lightest, but it's a warm medium orangey brown kind of tone. It's like almost like a burnt orange color. And we're gonna brush that with a super fluffy brush from the inner to the outer corner. So I'm literally doing windshield wiper motions. I don't have a ton of product. on the brush, so I'm going to pick up a little more. This is going to be a really, really simple look because I'm not doing a lot today. I just want my makeup to look nice. Okay, so do the same thing on the other side. You'll notice that I'm holding my brush really close to the end of the brush, and that's because I'm not trying to be super precise. I want it, when you're blending, you want to hold your brush really far away. Well, you always want to hold your brush pretty far away. But when you're blending it out like this, it allows you to be softer on the eyes, and it just makes for, it's easier to blend, we'll say. So as you can see, we're just warming up that crease. As always, I'm going to take my angled flat shader brush, or why do I always call it that? It's an angled flat blending brush because it's definitely fluffy. And I like to just buff that through my brow bone to kind of fade that a little easier. Now I was gonna do this matte. I'm already changing my mind, guys. Do I want a gold lid, or I kind of want this red tone. I'm trying to decide if I want to go with this warm matte brown, this red, or this gold. What should I do? I think we're gonna go gold. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm just going in with my finger, and I took the shade. Yeah. That was a great decision. Because I really don't want this look to be too dark. Okay, and I just literally covered my lid. Okay, so we applied that. Sometimes after I apply with a finger, I like to go in with a flat shader brush and just kind of like pat it in so that it's really nice and smooth. And then you can go back in with that same brush. I'm not putting any extra product on, but this is the brush we were blending with before. I want a little more warmth. We lost a little warmth. So I want to go back in. I'm going back in. And guys, that's how easy it is to create a 2 eyeshadow look. Okay? You don't need, this is just a warm gold eye. You don't have to do a ton. I might put a third color in the inner corner when we're done, but we'll kind of see. All right, now we're gonna go in with our, I don't have my mini lotion in here right now, so you know what? We're just gonna live without it. One time, I'll survive. I'm gonna go in with my ordinary foundation, which is just what I happen to be using right now. I'm honestly not even using that much. I'm gonna dot this. All over, and very quickly blend it in. Again, I'm not looking for a ton of coverage, so I didn't use that much. It's a really thin layer of product. So that's it. Then we're gonna go in with my NARS Creamy Concealer. I'm only doing a dot here and here, here and here, here and here, and then a little bit on this scarring down here. That's it for concealer. Again, not looking for super full coverage with this. Okay, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier setting powder, translucent setting powder, a little bit of that, and just setting wherever I concealed, which is where I tend to get oily and crease. Okay, I'm going to go in with, I'm using my Sonia Kashuk, but I'll link the e.l.f. Putty bronzer as well. Just to give me a little bit of a contour slash bronze me up a little bit. Okay, Next, I'm actually gonna go in with this Pixie Makeup by Denise palette, and we're gonna use a shimmery, we're gonna do kind of a mixture of these three-ish, I think. No, we're gonna start with just this one right here. Use this as a blush. Yeah, I like that because it just like warms up, gives you a good blushy look, but it's also kind of like your highlighter. Can you see that? If you're not super into blush, this is like a great way for you to get a flush, because it's like a blushier highlight, but it's not super intense, okay? But you also kind of get your highlight there, which is really nice. Okay, so that's gonna be the cheek. Now, you know what? We're gonna leave the eyes as they are. I'm not gonna go in with any highlight in the inner corner. We're gonna switch things up a little bit, attempt to be a little more minimal, right? I'm a maximalist when it comes to makeup usually. As always, I like to go back in with that brush that I used for my powder and kind of just like blur some lines. And then we're gonna spray the face. Oh my God, we're already done. This might be my shortest makeup tutorial ever. Morphe Original Setting Spray, Continuous Setting Spray. Continuous Setting Spray. Fan the face, and I'm gonna put some mascara on and then show you the final look. Okay, here's the finished look. I love it. I highly recommend Pixie's, I mean, I don't know what they call these. I guess they're technically, this is like it's a Mind Your Own Glow Find the Light palette. If you love, I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but to me in the monitor, it really looks like that smooth glass skin finish, you know? If you just want a healthy cheek, I love the Pixie highlighters for that reason. They do such a good job. And like, I have some texture on my cheeks, so it just is a really beautiful, lays really nicely on the skin. But I only did mascara on the top. As you can see, this is the final look. It's just a fresh, like, if you wanted to do an everyday that wasn't too dramatic, but like, you know, has some eyeshadow or has like a little more than like what I would consider my more minimal makeup, then this is a really great option. If you like warm tones, I mean, there are a few, this one's cool, that one's pretty cool, this right here is pretty cool. So it's a pretty good balance of warm and cool tones. Love this palette. I think it's a great price for only $29. I'm really happy with how this look turned out. So I am gonna put a lip product on, but it doesn't have color. Putting a little line of lips so I get a gloss. But for some reason my lips feel dry today. I don't know why that is, because it's really freaking hot. All right, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.